The curriculum at IICS is 100% International Baccalaureate, also known as IB. What is the IB? It is a curriculum designed for globally mobile children. The IB is a rigorous and academically challenging program that has proven extremely effective in developing the whole child. IICS was one of the first schools in the world to be authorized to provide all 3 IB programs. The primary years program for ages 3 to 12, the middle years program for ages 11 to 16, and the diploma program for students 16 to 19. What sets IICS apart from other schools is the fact that it has been implementing the IB longer than most schools in the world. This has allowed IICS to develop its curriculum to a significant level of sophistication. The primary years program focuses on the development of the whole child, in the classroom and in the world outside.
The philosophy of the PYP is developing the learner profile. And the learner profile is a set of 10 attributes that we truly feel that a student will need to develop in order to become what we term global citizens. In other words, to be able to live and function well in whatever society, whatever culture, whatever work environment that they find themselves in. And it should be a focus on skills and concepts rather than just a specific body of knowledge.
My favorite thing is probably the curriculum itself, because it's very hands-on, and if you don't get something, the teachers will automatically go over it again in a new way and try to make sure that you understand it.
The middle years program provides academic challenge and a framework for life skills, achieved through embracing and transcending traditional school subjects.
Okay, the MYP is built on 3 fundamental concepts. Firstly, there's a belief in holistic learning. This means that individual subjects are not thought of as specific disciplines, but instead as different entrances into a general body of knowledge, a connected body of knowledge. Secondly, the MYP believes in intercultural understanding and awareness. Finally, the third fundamental concept is communication. Each MYP subject has specific assessment criteria, one of which is always related to the student's ability to communicate. Students are required to develop fully justified, lengthier explanations, discussions, analyses, anything that requires them to actually communicate in a more developed, effective way. In this age in particular, students need to have the structures to be able to organize the masses of information that they're going to be faced with. Consequently, instead of focusing on particular areas of knowledge, we focus on concepts, key guiding questions, which then allow the students to file away the information that they're receiving in the most effective way.
The Diploma program is a demanding 2-year curriculum that stresses the acquisition of knowledge at a very challenging level. The DP culminates in final examinations and a qualification that is recognized by leading universities around the world.
The IB Diploma is really recognized worldwide now. It's very well known by top universities throughout the world, and it's seen as the most rigorous high school curriculum that a student can take. They appreciate the fact that the IB has taught our students to be independent learners, thinkers, researchers, writers, and then when they move on to university, they're already set for that type of work. So they're kind of ahead of a lot of their classmates once they arrive.
The Diploma program provides a very challenging, internationally focused educational experience. Our students, previous students and research show that students who passed the Diploma program are very well equipped for university work.
Our students' IB Diploma scores compare very favourably with the world average, despite the fact that IICS is not a selective school.
After going through the IB program, I definitely feel prepared to take on college-level courses. I know from having an older brother who went through the same program and is now in the university that I plan on attending, that the IB really prepared him for the courses that he's taking now, and he's saying that he's finding it a lot easier than a lot of his classmates because of the workload that the IB requires. It sort of prepares you for the heavy workload that you'll receive at university. So I think in terms of academics, going through the diploma program is probably one of the best things you can do before you attend university.
I am planning to go to the university in Korea, which will require some of the international leadership in the school. And this school will provide me some possibilities for that. For example, I can be a sportman leader or a class president, or I can even run for the school president. So there are lots of opportunities for me.
At IICS you can really see that the child is in the center of learning, the center of everything, but the thing I appreciate so much is that the children are really encouraged to do it themselves. So far I must say, at some occasions my children really have surprised me.
Because IICS is a not-for-profit school, all revenue is reinvested into the school and its programs. This allows IICS to continually improve its academic offerings to provide a world-class education that is always on the cutting edge of the latest educational research.
The world for which we're educating is changing incredibly fast. With what we know now about how the brain works, with a completely revolutionised information environment for all of us, and entirely different social and cultural dynamics for this generation, every school now has to be open-minded and innovative in how we link our students to their learning.
Our commitment to excellence and raising standards isn't confined to one area of the school. We're constantly re-evaluating our policies and curriculum and instruction to best prepare our students for what may lie ahead in this ever-changing world.
The role of the teacher at IICS is very much that of a facilitator, a person who can help a child's journey in learning, not one who is the main focus of dispensing information. They are there to check, to look at ways that students will learn best, and each student has individual needs. So the teacher is there to focus on that and to facilitate and to ensure that there is a strong learning environment within the classroom, but also capitalising on a student's previous knowledge, which means really getting to know the student, understanding their learning style and catering to their individual needs.
I've been amazed at what the children are capable of doing. You know, my son, for example, the initiative which he used to come up with facts for his own exhibition was really interesting. The program that they do here, it's making the students to be able to work independently as well as being guided by the teachers.
At IICS, internationalism is also reflected in the languages taught. IICS provides Turkish language and culture classes from grades 1 to 10. IICS also provides English language support for non-native speakers. French is the second language of the school, with students taking French from grade 1 through 6, with the option of continuing through grade 12. In grades 7 to 12, students can choose from French, German or Spanish. In the diploma program, students can opt instead to continue studying their native language by working with an outside tutor in place of their language course.
Nous proposons le français du primaire au diplôme en passant par le MYP. Au niveau MYP, nous proposons le français en langue B, c'est très important, langue étrangère. Nous avons 3 niveaux, avancé, standard et fondation. Au diplôme, c'est un peu différent. Nous proposons le français en langue B, mais aussi en langue A2. C'est un niveau qui est plus avancé, ils font un peu plus de littérature. Le langue B et la langue A2 sont disponibles en standard et en avancé.
Im Moment kann man bei uns Deutsch wählen von der Klasse 7 bis zur Klasse 12, beenden ihr Grundschulprogramm und dann haben sie die Möglichkeit, Deutsch oder Französisch zu wählen. Und das fängt, wie gesagt, in der Klasse 7 an und das geht bis Klasse 10. Dann haben wir unser MYP-Diploma und danach können die Kinder dann wieder Deutsch wählen in, was wir Language A2 nennen, was wirklich für Muttersprachler gedacht ist. Oder für Studenten, die vielleicht nicht so gut sind in Deutsch, also keine Muttersprachler, die wählen dann Language B. Und in der Mittelstufe können die Kinder, also was wir MYP nennen, können die Kinder zwischen 3 Stufen wählen. Foundation, Standard und Advanced, je nachdem, ob sie schon vorher Deutschkenntnisse hatten oder nicht.
En la actualidad ofrecemos español de niveles 7 a 12. En los años intermedios, lo que es de nivel 7 a 10, ofrecemos español a 3 niveles, nivel de principiante, nivel estándar y nivel avanzado. Al final de estos años intermedios, los alumnos pueden optar por continuar con estos estudios de español a nivel 11 y 12, a nivel de diploma, si así lo desean. A nivel de diploma también ofrecemos otro curso de español, que es un curso de español para principiantes que se denomina Español AB Inicio. Este curso requiere un gran esfuerzo por parte del alumno, ya que se trata de un curso en el que en 2 años los alumnos tienen que adquirir las competencias básicas del idioma en lo que se refiere a lenguaje, vocabulario y estructuras necesarios para la vida diaria. Este curso solo se ofrece a un nivel, que es el nivel estándar.